You've just done an awesome class, and now it's time to help people actually get started. What are some of the best practices in the post class? Remember, you set this time up by saying, we're gonna take the next few minutes to look at some of your top health priorities and find the solutions in the A to Z guide or the Essential Life book. I'm gonna be coming around to help each one of you get started with the kit that's right for you. So this is another example, remember, of an assumptive close. We're assuming they're going to get started. Then, while they get started looking things up in the books, I'm gonna grab my brownies from the kitchen. I'm gonna come out of the kitchen and say, surprise, this is the surprise I texted you about because everyone loves peppermint brownies. Serve them now while they're filling out their order forms. Lastly, before you start going around to individuals to help them get set up, remind them of this, that in 15 minutes, you're gonna kick off a basic business training. Then go straight to someone and sit and maybe kneel next to them, look them in the eyes and ask them these closing questions. Hey, what are we working on? Now say we because they need to know that you're committed to help them. Next, ask, how serious are you about that? This is important for them to verbalize. If they say serious, make a suggestion of a larger kit that has more oils to really hit all of their health goals. And then say, great, can I make a suggestion for you? Look in the book together and maybe suggest a kit that fits their goals. Remind them how to fill out the form, tell them you'll be back to check on them in just a minute, and then go on to the next person and do those same 3 things. It's super important at this point to stop selling. Don't tell any more stories after this point. We tend to do this because of nerves. You don't like the silence, and so you try to fill it by talking, but you have to give them time and space to think. We've just thrown a lot of information at them, and they need that space to really gather their thoughts and decide what they want to do. So if you circle back around the room after talking to every person and they're still holding their pen, they're thinking, they haven't written anything on their order form, you might ask this question. So what else do you need from me to really help you make your decision? If they hesitate or take a little while longer, ask, is there anything else that you need from me to help you decide? They might say that they need to talk to their spouse, or they might say that they're not sure that the kit you suggested really fits their budget. Navigate these obstacles with them by asking, well, what is your budget? Don't ever assume that you know what their budget is and then suggest a kit based off your own fear. Let them tell you where they can get started. Now, if they need to talk to their spouse, say, I totally respect that and really completely understand that. I'd probably do the same thing. Why don't we do this? Talk to him or her tonight or tomorrow, and would tomorrow evening or Thursday or the next day be better to connect? And honestly, if he has any questions that you feel like you can't answer or navigate, I am happy to hop on the phone with him. Saying this helps you get a clear follow-up time nailed down that night so that you're not trying to track them down for the next several days and then you have trouble getting a hold of them. You have been an awesome student, and I know if you apply this technique of memorizing the transition lines first, you will get better and better at filling in all the content and remembering all of these little details. So keep working to make your classes more of connecting conversations where people leave wanting to be a part of what you're doing because of how you made them feel. And practice, practice, practice. The best practice is to do a lot of classes. doTERRA becomes so much fun when you're out doing classes, touching lives, and seeing the impact that oils make on people. A huge reason that doTERRA's retention rate is over 70% when the industry average is only 8 to 10% is because, one, we have amazing products that work, but also because we're an education model. You and I have to do a great job of consistently educating people in classes, in wellness consults, and also in continuing education. If we want our businesses to grow, we have to be eager to apply everything that we've just learned. You can do that through watching our Elite in 6 Weeks program video to really jumpstart your business with classes today.